Strange might open over $200 million at the domestic box office. Again, this could be nowhere near the openings like, Spider-Man No Way Home, but Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness still might open for over $200 million. But the most likely, it will probably end up around, $200 million. This movie is overperforming the quote-unquote expectations of the movie. The, the predictions, just like the Batman did and just like Sonic 2 did. It seems like these expectations keep losing. Okay? Sometimes, because a lot of times movies typically perform within expectations. Okay, but most time movies underperform expectations or overperform expectations. Okay? Which they generally thought that this movie would open to $175 million. This movie's gonna probably open to around $4 million at the box office. Again, this movie basically faces no competition for 2 weeks. Yep, Downtown Abbey's coming out, but again, nobody gives a crap about Downtown Abbey. Firestar's coming out, but oh wait, that's also going to the streaming service as well. So, yeah, between this and Top Gun, there's like nothing coming out. Literally nothing. Okay, in 2019, you had like big movie come out next week, big movie, next week, big movie, next week, big movie, and a lot of these typically underperform because they ain't all into each other's box offices. But it seems that Doctor Strange will probably also gross over $1 billion, which means it will be the second $1 billion movie since the pandemic ended. The first one being Spider-Man. I think the third $1 billion movie would have been, of course, will be Jurassic World. I think that's no question. Jurassic World will be the third one as well. And maybe Lightyear might gross $1 billion, but again, that's a spin-off. Spin-offs never gross $1 billion. But Doctor Strange is doing pretty well, but then we have to go over the other movies. How are the other movies holding? So movies like Everything Everywhere at Once, Sonic, and The Bad Guys are all holding the best. The Bad Guys is holding pretty well against Doctor Strange, only dropping 38% from last week. This movie is most likely going to be a success, and we're probably going to get a sequel, which is pretty good for the original IP and the original but it's based off a book, but the original I is still considered original for a movie series, basically, because most people haven't heard of the book. Kind of like The Boss Baby. The Boss Baby is technically based off like a book, but like The Bad Guys, it deviates away from it so much. Well, it's very, very different as well. Sonic the Hedgehog is actually performing rather quite well. I think Sonic 2 is going to perform rather quite well throughout May and The Bad Guys, because both Sonic 2 and The Bad Guys are going to, for people who haven't seen these movies, there's no family movies between these two movies and yeah. Okay? Yeah, Jurassic World and Doctor Strange will attract families to the theaters. And though Bob's Burgers is actually rated PG-13, which does not make it a family film. So basically, these two movies will basically fill a void, kind of similar to Sing 2, for a while. And yeah, Lightyear will probably fill a void until Minions comes out. Yeah, basically, Lightyear gets like no weeks to itself. And Minions will come out, probably goes $1 billion because little kids like, I love to see my Minions. And it'll probably make $1 billion because of that. Okay, But the movie that before the Biz movie, okay, as Memory, which again is another Liam Neeson flop. But the Northman and this Fantastic Beasts are performing the Biz movie. Northman is a very, very sad tale, because the Northman is probably a pretty good movie. But again, guess what? It's not a proper franchise. So therefore, and also people told me this movie is niche. So it's a niche audience. But yeah, the movie performed really pretty well against Doctor Strange is this movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Which again, is not based off anything, and it's performing this well. It's performing this well for not being a part of a movie ongoing franchise, which, again, kind of like The Bad Guys, is performing quite well for not being a part of a big, massive blockbuster franchise, or a part 2, or sequel, prequel, remake, reboot, basically a part of an ongoing series. Okay? Like, for example, Sonic is still part of the Sonic series, even though the first movie came out, okay? People know who Sonic is, okay? People don't know who the bad guys are, okay? That's what I mean by non-franchise. You have to, you have to get your name out there, okay? Movies like Dog, The Bad Guys, The Lost City, okay? You have to get your hat in the ring and try to, get these people out to see the movie. And another movie that's performing pretty well is The Lost City, which again they finally updated the box office to $150 million. Yep. Last weekend it was at $150 million. They're finally releasing this internationally. I think this will end up around $170 to $180 million worldwide, which means this will be a success. Which means we can talk this off the list of box office flops, the list of box office failures of 2022, which includes movies like The Northman, Fantastic Beasts, the Secrets of Dumbledore. That movie flopped. And movies, like Cryano, you know, as well. Memory with Liam Neeson, and Ambulance, which is made by Michael Bay, which Michael Bay does basically anything he touches basically kills because people hate Michael Bay as a director. So therefore, people are not going to watch it. So yep, there you go. Doctor Strange is projected to open to $400 million worldwide. Which, yes, I don't like a Disney movie making money. Okay, I don't like Disney that much. But even then, I think this is gonna be like the last real victory for the MCU. I said that Spider-Man was gonna be the last real victory, but really might be Doctor Strange. Cause really, now we're heading into the movies that we don't know if they're gonna be successful or not. For Love and Thunder, there's a lot of woke seeds in it. How is Black Panther 2 gonna do well without, of course, Chadwick Boseman? And of course, Ant-Man does not really make much money. Captain Marvel 2, who really wanted Captain Marvel 2? Guardians 3 might do well. But Marvel, you could probably have like one or two successful movies, one successful movie a year, and a bunch of box office failures. So that's basically about this video. Goodbye.